Yo, it's Sid! Alright, so I've been getting a lot of different comments from my last Hear Me Out video on both sides of the argument. There's some people who 100% agree with what I had to say, and people who completely denied everything that I had to say and started to write me off. Just to get this out of the way, and to make sure that you guys get the right idea before I move on to the main topic of this video, I did not mean to offend anyone or discount or deny the fact that there are many gifted and talented singers and performers out there. But my main point to my last Hear Me Out video was that people who are performers and or singers who only sing and perform other people's songs or music shouldn't necessarily be called artists. Sure, they can sing and perform other people's songs or music, but if they don't have any substantial or even a tiny amount of music or songs that they've written or created on their own, then I personally feel that they shouldn't be called artists. And if Taylor Swift releases a song in the future that she had no part in writing and didn't create the music for, she shouldn't be labeled as the artist of that song when you go to look it up on iTunes or Spotify or wait. Taylor Swift doesn't have music on Spotify anymore. Oh. An extremely skilled painter or sketcher who only mimics or replicates other people's original artwork isn't really an artist. Is he or she a very gifted and talented painter or sketcher? Absolutely. But is he or she an artist? I personally feel no. You have the freedom to feel whatever you please. Okay. Topic for this video. How about a super controversial one? Men should be allowed to refuse or deny custody of a child if the child is the victim of an accidental pregnancy. Now, before you go into the comments and start lighting that keyboard on fire saying, "You're a monster, how could you say that?" Just hear me out. I'm not making a case to support or refute the legality and the whole concept of abortion in the first place. That's not the main topic of this video. But what I am trying to say is that men and women are an equal part to creating a human being. This had nothing to do with women who are victims of rape or sexual assault, in which both parties did not agree and were not consensual in the activity of sex. But this actually applies more to people who engage in sex and are both consensual in doing so, but accidentally the woman gets pregnant. Now, this is the dilemma that we're faced with, right? Like I said before, this is not a video about the legality or the concept or me supporting or refuting the whole idea of abortion. That's not what this is about. I'm just trying to say this. Why are women allowed to abort their unborn child if they don't want it or if they're literally unable to take care of it due to either financial or circumstantial reasons, but men who are circumstanced to an accidental pregnancy are forced into fatherhood with no say in the matter? Because if you think about it, men and women are both responsible for the baby, right? Making a baby is a two-person process. If you've passed 6th grade health, you know this. Man and woman need to be involved in order to make a child. And in the case in which the sex was consensual and both parties wanted to engage in the activity, and accidentally the woman gets pregnant, why should the man be forced into fatherhood, into having to take care of that child? Why should, because it's not in the case of rape or in case of sexual assault in which the woman did not consent to engage, right? In the case of consensual relationship in which both the man and the woman were like, okay, yeah, let's do it, but accidentally something happens, why is the man forced into a position that he's not comfortable with? Like, the woman has a choice to abort the baby if she can't deal with the baby because either she's financially unstable or she doesn't want to take care of a baby, she doesn't want a child, anything, right? She has the choice to abort the baby. But the man has no say at all. Since it's an equal process and both the man and the woman are equally involved, shouldn't they have equal rights to the fact that whether they want the baby or not? Woman has that choice, but the guy doesn't have that choice. You and me, as a boy and girl, equally agreed to engage in this activity. But if I don't want to take care of the baby because I myself don't feel like I would be either maybe in the same situation, maybe they're financially unstable, maybe they don't feel like they want the child right now, maybe they don't want to deal with the child, like for some reason the woman has all the power in this situation. And I feel that that's something we should change. If the guy is financially unstable, or mentally unstable, or anything that makes him feel like he can take care of the child, or maybe just because he doesn't want the child. Why should the guy have to be forced into fatherhood against his will? I feel like this applies mostly, in terms of demographic, to uneducated youth, people who grow up with inefficient sexual education and don't know how to use proper protection while engaging in sexual activity, and or youth in general. If a teenage boy and girl engage in this activity when they both want to engage in this activity, okay, assuming that they're both over 16, if a teenage boy is pulled in to this situation against his will, what is he gonna do? He's a teenage boy. Let's say the girl doesn't want to do abortion because she's against abortion, right? And she wants the baby. That's fine. But why should the guy have to deal with the baby too? I mean, it's an equal process to make a baby. It's an equal process, right? Two people are involved. They both wanted to do it together, but accidentally the woman gets pregnant. Nope, no rights to the boy at all. You have to provide child support. You have to be involved in the child's life. You have to do all these things because you can't back away. We need to have equal rights for men, which is kind of weird for me to say in 2015. They are an equal part to creating a human being, but they don't have equal rights on whether or not they want to take care of the child in the first place. If the woman wants to take care of the child, she can do that. If the guy does not want to take care of the child and does not want to be involved, he should be allowed to have that choice. And if the woman does not want to deal with it, obviously she has a choice of doing an abortion, but there's nothing like that for the guys because it's flawed. It's so flawed. We need to change this so badly. Thank you guys for hearing me out and watching this video. If you guys liked this video and you agreed with what I said or anything along those lines, you think you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on this video. It means a lot to me and it helps me out a lot. But on the other hand, if you dislike this video, you completely denied everything I had to say, that's fine too. You can just leave a dislike. They're both there. Make sure you leave a comment down below and tell me what you think, because I'll be reading the comments and I'll be maybe responding or just looking through the comments. That means a lot. And also there's a big red subscribe button down there, and I'll be uploading a video every Tuesday and Friday. So if you feel like I've earned your subscription, rather I should say, if you feel like I've earned your subscription, I urge you to go and subscribe. Click that big red button down there, and that will make sure that you get notified when I upload my latest video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.